Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with Zebu Nation, back with FC Cincinnati. 2020 MLS regular season is rolling on. Let's take a look at the competition, see where we're at now. This is where things get serious. It's the third quarter of the MLS season, and there's a lot going on in the Eastern Conference. Namely, there are all 6 playoff teams within 5 points of each other at the top of the league. So it's going to be a pretty brutal stretch run to see who wins this Eastern Conference. There's a lot of teams in contention, a lot of really good teams in the league this year. Philadelphia has kind of snuck up on everybody, sitting there up top at 38 points. But New York is a good team. New England is a good team. Haven't really played much of Columbus or Orlando City yet this season. I think we played Orlando City earlier, but they're in the running. They're tied with us right now at 33 points. Right now we're ahead of them on goal differential, I suppose. 10 wins, 3 draws, 6 losses. So we're looking okay there. 6th place in the Supporters' Shield is very good. 6 points behind the Western Conference team leaders, LA and San Jose, and it looks kind of like a 2-horse race out there in the Western Conference. The next closest team is Sporting KC down here in 9th place with 32 points. So it looks like maybe the Eastern Conference is a little deeper, but the Western Conference still has a few good teams, and that's really all that matters. Now, in terms of recent form, it hasn't been looking so good. Our last 2 games were sort of very iffy. You saw those games on camera last episode. Gave up 6 goals in the last 2 games at home. That's really bad. We need to work on that and figure that out. The first game, 3-3 draw, is sort of our fault for not pulling back the reins a little bit and maybe playing more conservatively in the second half or something like that. Second game, we got down early and never were able to catch up to New York City, who, they're a pretty good team this year as well, even though they're not currently in playoff position. But anyway, today's games, we're going to go out to that Western Conference and get a feel for that conference ourselves, playing Sporting KC and Portland. And the crazy thing I showed you last episode was all the coaching changes. Well, it seems like every team we play, they say, hey, the coach is in trouble. What do you think about that? And they said the same thing about Sporting KC, as we saw. I mean, they're 3rd place in the Eastern Conference, or Western Conference. So I don't know. It just seems like the boards this year from the various teams are being very, very demanding. So let's get to our match preview today against Sporting KC. Before we do get to that, I wanted to look at the schedule. One quick thing. That's not today. Where's today? There's today. So we're playing Sporting KC today, but we have the free transfer window opens. The foreign transfer window opens in just a couple of days. Now the roster guarantee date. Now the roster guarantee date right here has passed, and there wasn't a big mass purge like there was last season, so teams have their rosters under control, but that means things are going to open up soon. We could maybe make some moves, make some deals. We'll see about that once the foreign transfer window opens up, but that's maybe for later. Right now we got to focus on Sporting KC. Let's get back to this here. We are the favorites, 5-4 favorites. We've only played this team once in the last couple of seasons, and that's been a draw. So we don't quite know what's going on here. Ike Opara is doubtful for them. We have Danny Wilson doubtful, so both of our defenders are a little bit banged up. We still have our 2 usual guys who are out of the lineup, Delgado and Hudson. Playing at Nippert Stadium, only 14,000 tickets, so it's Sporting KC not bringing in the fans. Alan Kelly is the ref. Average of 2.3 yellow cards per match, so that's not great for us. But yeah, we'll get to today's game. Let's take a look at Sporting KC, I suppose. Let's organize their roster here a little bit. There's Ikapara injured. Tim Malia still in goal. Jimmy Madranda at left back. Camacho in the midfield. Gutierrez, Russell. Yeah. Nemeth is still there. Gonzalez. Carniero. 24-year-old Uruguayan. He looks pretty good, actually. Yeah, so we'll have to watch out for him. Let's get to our own team selection here. We're going, of course, with the 4-2-3-1 reverse Z formation. We got some guys lacking a little bit of match fitness. As you can see here, we got a lot of partnerships going on. Our only partnership that we're lacking right now is in central defense because we've been rotating those guys out. But their team looks pretty much as we thought. Ikapara is in the game next to the guy that we traded to them, I think. I think we traded them. Busio is in the game. He's not a guy I'm familiar with. 18-year-old homegrown player, attacking midfielder. You know, for a homegrown player, he looks pretty good. He's got some vision and some passing, some long shooting. That's a pretty good-looking young American player. Came from the Sporting KC Academy. Played 20 appearances last year. 6.69 rating, so he's looking to improve on that this year. So our lineup, Stefan, Nuhu, Tilt in there at central defense. He asked for more playing time. We gave him more playing time, and he just sent an email saying he's happy with his playing time, so that's good. Glad is back in the lineup after some minor injuries here and there. Aguirre has been holding it down at right back. Philippe back at defensive midfielder. He's just been playing better than Akugo, and he's got a partnership with Akechi, so hopefully that will add a little extra dimension to the midfield. De Vries at left wing, and then we brought in two of our higher-rated players, Crispum and Sonora. I decided to look at the player ratings this year and put in guys with higher ratings. I mean, it doesn't seem all that wild of a philosophy, but some of our starters aren't playing well. We're bringing in the backups here. Crispin with a 7.17 rating, 7 goals over all competition, so he's been playing outstanding. We're going to get him in there. And then Sonora, 7.08. He's been in and out of the lineup with nagging injuries this season. And then Adi up top, just because Przbilko hasn't been playing any better, really. So we're just keeping them in there. All right, dressing room. The recent form, second place. We're the favorites here. Go out and do whatever we do. Okay, tunnel talk. Adi's wearing the captain's armband. Yeah, let's let the assistant talk about that. So we took Akugo out of the lineup, so I guess Adi's up there. Adi has taken over leadership of the team. He's now our team leader. So we finally have a team leader. That's good. Tilt's playing the ball, playing defender. Maybe that's not his best position, but, got to have somebody do it. He seems best suited at the moment with Wilson out. Sending one downfield to Adi. He can't beat but there's Tilt playing that role. Akechi out wide to Sonora. Good first touch. Sends one in. Adi. Yes. Look at the difference. When Sonora's in there, he can just make some plays. Need to keep this kid healthy. Akechi, nice find out wide. Sonora just hitting the early cross. Bang. Nice looping ball. Adi nods it in. That's what we need to get him going. All right. Apara still injured. That might have affected him. He might have not been able to get back, quite the way he normally would. He's a guy that we had on our team and just wasn't feeling it from this guy. He also got injured quite a bit, high salary, just something about him that wasn't quite right. Maybe it was his, bravery or aggression. I don't know. Something wasn't quite good enough with him. Here's Crispum wins one. Crispum taking it out wide on the left-hand side. He sends it back post Sonora. Wow. A dinky little header gets past the keeper. The keeper just sort of went the wrong way, I guess. Let's take a look at this. So great throw in by Nuhu. Gets it downfield. Crispum wins it. 2 men on him, but he's too fast. He sends it back post. And yeah, the goalkeeper was heading the wrong direction. He was heading towards the near post. Sonura headed it back far post, and he couldn't twist his body to get around. So there we go. 2-0. Okay. So at halftime, if we keep this up, we'll drop back to our other formation and you know, play things a little bit more laid back. How about that? That seems like a good idea. 25 minutes down now. Sporting KC is trying to get fired up. Camacho has been fired up. Hector Macho Camacho, 30-year-old Brazilian. Yeah, nice passing and vision. Yeah, physical's not that good. Here we go, Akechi with a wide angle. He sends one in. Malia makes the save. That was a very nice curve on that pass, or that shot. Here's Nemeth on the counterattack. Our defense is trying to get back. It does. I think we're back. Yep, we are back. Stopped that counterattack. Good job, boys. Here's Akechi with another free kick. This time, he scores. 35 minutes down. And we are up 3-0. Here we go. Akechi just bangs one in. Perfectly placed free kick. Outstanding. Okay, tactics. We're going to drop back to this. I'm going to move Philippe back. Make Akechi the deep lying playmaker in support. And, you know, we're just going to play things a lot more chill. Control the possession. Play more standard, less attacking. Here's Crispum on the move. Crispum, oof, forces Malia to make a big stop. Gonna get a corner out of it. Still only 37 minutes down. Decent amount of shots, but they're coming from long range. Here's Stefan with a goal kick. Bangs one downfield. Sonora, looks like, well, Crispum gets it to Sonora. Here we go, starting the sort of slow ball attack. Akechi with lots of room. Crispum. Akechi playing back a little deeper now in the deep line playmaker. We got the fullback overlapping. Aguirre gets it to Sonora. Philippe playing back sort of as the, that's interesting. As the fullback goes forward, Philippe plays back. That's pretty cool, actually. Sonora centers to Crispum with a shot. Oh, another great save by Malia. See if we can just pound this team into the dirt. De Vries. See if we can get another coach fired. Malia. Akechi playing well. Sonora playing very well. Crispum. Adi, 7.4 rating and a goal. Justin Glad playing well, 7.1. This is a homecoming for Glad, right? Isn't this where he came from? Sporting KC. Here's another corner from Akechi. Sends one in. Aha heads it out, of course. Tilt heads it down to Adi. Crispum, oh, his shot is deflected. Right back out to Akechi, out wide. He's looking. Centers it to Sonora. He sends it forward to Crispum, who is fouled. Video assistant is going for the review. And there it is, penalty. Here we go, Akechi. Let's not miss another one. He's missed a few penalties this year. And there it goes, right down the middle. Malia dives the wrong way, and there we are. 4-0 Sporting KC. What has happened? They were not ready for this buzzsaw. Bang. Right down the middle. Okay, we don't need to see that again. So there we go. It's amazing what happens when you put your players who are playing well into the game. Now, it doesn't help that Sporting KC is playing awful. But 4-0 at halftime is outstanding. Dressing room, pep talk. Very happy. Let's go. Second half. So, interesting, even though we dropped back, we scored a goal. And we had lots of opportunities, too. It wasn't like we dropped back and suddenly Sporting KC had all the possession and all the highlights and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of what you want. Is you want to drop back, play more conservative, and yet still, still control the game. That's what we've been doing. 14 shots, 9 of those shots on target, 61% possession. Here's a highlight, possibly for Sporting KC. Valentin, Gutierrez, Sporting KC trying to work the ball across midfield, not having a lot of success doing that at the moment. Our midfielders are boxing them in pretty good. Looks like they finally got a little bit of room across midfield. Busio plays it forward to Nemeth. He's covered tightly. I don't know what that was. That must have been a deflection of some sort. Gets it straight to Adi, to Sonora. He dives inside. Get it forward to Adi. No, out wide to De Vries. Wow. Sonora to De Vries. He's back in form, ladies and gentlemen. Last year's Rookie of the Year, not a rookie anymore. Sonora with a great, he had lots of options here. 3 guys open, and he hits De Vries, streaking for the net. He had Crispum and Adi were both wide open, too. Either one of those guys could have scored. But he makes the more difficult pass out wide. Here's a catchy with a free kick. Oh, no. Oh, he almost scored again. Carneiro had to save Malia's bacon there. No goal line technology. That would have been a perfect opportunity for goal line technology. Here's De Vries sending one in from the corner. Sonura's going to have to chase it down. Maybe get it back out to De Vries. A little bit too wild on that pass. $5-0. That's pretty good. Still only 62 minutes down. Nemeth. Gutierrez. See if Sporting KC can get something going. Gutierrez again seems to be their catalyst. Espinoza coming forward. He's got Valentin out wide. He's covered there, though. Sends it in. Nuhu heads it out. Crispin can't win the header. Gutierrez takes a shot, goes wide. All right. That was still pretty good defense. We were packed in there nice and tight. 65 minutes. They have 5 shots, 1 on target for the whole game. 17 fouls. Only 43% possession. We're just crushing them utterly. Valentin has been injured. How are we looking over here? Look at this. 7.1. 8s on defense. 7.9. 9s on the midfield. 8s. 9. De Vries with a goal. Yikes. Aguirre with a throw in. Sonora wins the header. Has to go back to Aguirre. He dives inside. Not a great pass, but Sonora gets it to Akechi. Akechi just fires one. Malia forced to make another save. It's a shooting gallery at the moment. Malia is the target. Here's De Vries with a corner. Sends one backside. Adi heads it over. Let's see. We could get Akechi out of there. He does have 2 goals, though. He's sitting there at 65%. No, I think we're fine. I think we'll leave him in there. That is his Achilles heel, is his fitness is not that good. Tilta's played well this game. He's won a lot of balls, a lot of 50-50 balls. He's managed to win them and get them to his teammates, more importantly. Here's Crispum down the middle. Another great pass out to De Vries. Dives inside again, takes the shot. Sonora denied on the rebound. Tackled. Madranda playing his guts out. Trying to not get scored on again. Another great save by Tim Malia. for a guy who's been scored on 5 times. He's made some great saves. All right, now we're getting down to the end. 88 minutes. Just cruise to the finale. That would be outstanding. Ketchy and Crispum are looking exhausted out there. It's fine. There's 15 seconds left. They can handle it for another 15 seconds. So Sporting KC is going to have to go home and think about life. Think about what they're doing here. You know, they might have some locker room issues if their coach is talking about getting fired. You know, maybe they're upset in the locker room because they've got good players. You know, we saw what Malia can do. Apara and Jose should be a better central defense than that. Madranda is a good player. You know, they got good players. Johnny Russell, 5.8 rating. Camacho with a 6.0 rating. It's just, I don't know. To me, it smells of locker room issues, which I don't really want to say that phrase ever again. Okay, here we go. Well done, guys. It's a good win. Not going to go overboard with the praise, but that will help our goal differential. That's for sure. So we were -1 goal differential in the last 2 games, but now our goal differential will shoot up to a +4. So that gives us a +12 on the season. That makes us, you know, one of the top teams in the league. Only LA and San Jose have better goal differential. So, dominant win for the Orange and Blue, 5-0. Post-match press conference, goal drought, Ketchy on fire. 2 goals and an assist. We'll praise him for that. You were superb in front of goal. Keep it up. Thanks, boss. Thanks. Perfect attendance for Akechi. Okay, so we're going to pause it here, get to our second game versus Portland, and see how we fare against them. So, pause. Okay, we're back, ready for our next game. Now, the transfer window has opened up, and I have put a couple of guys out there, you know, just to test the water. So far, nobody's bit on any of these guys, but I am careful at this point in the season not to mess with dynamics. So I haven't put in, you know, anybody who's in our hierarchy here, anybody who's an influential player or above. Haven't looked at sending any of them out. So just a few of these guys down here. You know, definitely not Sonora. He's not going to go anywhere. But I looked at maybe moving either Hudson or Zendejas, one of those two. We don't necessarily need both of them. Surprisingly, Zendejas is higher value at the moment, even though they're both contracted until next year, so I don't know what that's all about. But, yeah, so we might get rid of 1 or 2 guys, but I don't think we'll really get rid of anybody. I mean, there's a possibility it could get rid of Tilt. He's kind of got a bad attitude as a free agent. You know, he opposes me in the locker room, so, you know, might have to just shove him out the door, because with our other defenders playing well, with Glad and Wilson playing so well, I don't know that we necessarily need Tilt. And then we also have Richards backing him up, and, you know, Lee as well, our young academy player. So I don't know. He's possibly a guy we could get rid of, but, you know, there's no rush to do that. So let's get to today's matchup. Playing against Portland, we are 2-1 favorites. We're in 4th. They're in 9th. So they're not that bad, unless that's 9th. Is that 9th in the Western Conference or 9th in the league? Definitely 9th in the Western Conference. They're 20th overall. So Portland is actually having not a great season. -17 goal differential. Not looking so good for them. So let's get to the team selection. And we got an issue here. Aguirre injured for like 3 to 4 weeks. So we're going to have to bring in Clute. Clute is playing well. He's got, you know, a very good rating average at the moment. But we're sort of thin on backups. We're going to have to bring Juarez up there on the right-hand side. And hopefully this doesn't cause too many problems. But other than that, we're going with the same lineup. Clute is lacking match sharpness. Yes, it's been a while since the last U.S. Cup game, so he's a little bit unfit. But here we go. As we mentioned, the same formation, same players. Everybody except for Clute is back. Portland has an interesting formation here, going very defensive, 4-1-4-1. Piedrahita in goal. Morrow still hanging around. Hedges in defense. Boateng, Valeri still hanging out there. 19 appearances, 5 goals, 5 assists for Diego Valeri. Escobar, quite a majestic portrait he's got there, looking off into the distance. 21 appearances, 4 goals. And then Milano up top, their leading goal scorer with 5 goals, 4 assists. So they're having problems scoring goals this year. And it's not surprised looking at the formation. Portland have lost 4 of their last 5. Let's pile on the misery. Let's go. Coming to this one in good form. Send the assistant. All right. So we're playing at Portland. Let's see the Lumberjack. Hopefully we don't see the Lumberjack, actually. They should get that in the game. I don't know why they don't have the Lumberjack in the game. That's very disappointing. Don't know that there's many other traditions like that in soccer. I know in Dallas and Houston, they have the cannon that they shoot off. But I don't know a lot of other traditions like the Lumberjack where they actually cut up a tree anytime you score a goal and hand it to you. First they pass it around the stadium, and then they get it back and hand it to the guy who scores the goal. It's pretty fun. But anyway. Game is not going too good here. 18 minutes down, no highlights. Sort of both teams sort of feeling each other out here. I guess Portland is probably sitting back on the counterattack, you would assume. 50-50 possessions. We got 3 shots, none on target. Hearing mixed reactions from the crowd. Hearing some boos. It's not a very exciting game. Here we go. Highlight. Hedges getting some pressure, but he bombs it downfield. Glad heads it down to Akechi. All right. See what we can do with it. He gets it to Crispum, whose momentum was taking him the wrong direction. There we go. Now we're moving forward. Crispum's got some space. He's got a lane out wide to DeVries. He's got Adi in the box. He sends it in. Adi, yes, over everybody. Over the goalkeeper, over the central defense. That was what we like to see. There he goes. He finds the Cincinnati supporters. Good crowd. Good supporters section here in Portland. Crispum moving into the lane. Good pass out wide. Puts DeVries in space, and then he just sends it into Adi. Look at that. Right over top of 3 men, including the keeper. What's this keeper all about? Piedrahita, he's been here for a long time. 29 years old. Aerial reach of 12. Jumping reach of about 15 probably. So he's not that easy to jump over. Oh boy, that was almost a goal. Again from Adi, I think. Just hit the crossbar. We're sending it back in. Philippe nods it down, and there ends the highlight. He's too busy looking at Piedrahita to see exactly what happened in that highlight. Uh-oh, here's Diego Valeri. Sends one in, headed out, headed back in. Okay. Hall? Offside? Is there a call? What's going on? Video assistant referee is calling upon a decision. Here it is. Oh, so offside. So offside. So very, very offside. Okay, there we go. That helps out. That definitely helps out. I mean, special teams goals are definitely one way that Portland could get back in the game. No doubt about it. And they do have Diego Valeri. Speak of the devil. Here he is with a free kick. Bends one over top. All right. Let's be a little bit more cautious here, fellas. Halftime. 1-0. You know, we could just play them at their own boring game. Drop back to this. Again, drop you back. Catchy. Deep line playmaker. You know, I mean, we do have a defender out, so it might not be the worst idea in the world. Sort of lay back if both teams are going to lay back, then we win 1-0. Not really exciting football, but hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? We're trying to win games here. Trying to catch up on the supporters' shield. Do have 8 shots to 3. 2 on target to none. 52% possession is good. Valeri with another free kick. That one's no good. Scares me. What is his free kick taking? Anyway, here he is again. Come on, boys. What's happening? Sends one in. Clute heads it out. Escobar turns around. He's got Valeri out wide. Good defense there. I think that was a catchy with the defense. Hall out wide to Calvo. So they're trying for their second and third phase offense. Milano sends it wide. Do we actually have to fear Valeri on those free kicks? Yeah, he's got 14 free kick taking. They're starting to get all the highlights. I don't like this. Nuhu heads it out. Ketchy can't win it. Hall with the shot. Oh, great stop by Stefan. Oh, another great stop. Valeri lazily tried to tap that one in. And Stefan, from his backside, makes the save. $60 minutes. Okay. Clute not playing very well. Lopez is getting too much space. Okay. Sonora not playing too well. Crispum not playing great. Clute is the big problem, but we don't really have any options at the moment. Juarez isn't really match fit. He's more of like an emergency situation at the moment. Glad and Tilt, however, are playing outstanding in the central defense. 7.2 and 7.1. So very happy about that. Ketchy, we could give Ketchy a break, but he's our leading goal scorer, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that. Ketchy has 9 goals all of a sudden. And so if we take him out, we take out our best offensive punch. Clute with a turnover. Come on, buddy. Milano getting forward. It's pretty good defense. They pushed him out wide, narrowed the angle, made it easy for Stefan. 82 minutes. Yeah. 86. Let's just keep this clock rolling. Ketchy does look exhausted out there, so we'll bring in Alashi? Yeah, we'll bring in Alashi for a Ketchy. He can play deep lying playmaker, right? He's better at central mid. Put him on defend, I suppose. Let's go with the theme of playing more conservative. They switched their formation to a 4-2-4. 3 minutes of extra time, 30 seconds left, 10 seconds to go. This should be the final highlight. Valeri again. Hedges getting far forward. Sends one out wide to Morrow. He's dangerous. Fuller, good tackle by Nuhu, and that should end the game. Here we go. Let's blow the whistle there, buddies. Leap, Alashe, Nuhu. Just going to pass it around until time expires. DeVries past one man, and then turns it over. Hello, where's the whistle? Ref, come on. Tilt to Crispum. There we go. There we go. So, not exciting game. Only 7 shots total on target for the whole game. But, you know what? We got the win. We got the win on the road. 1-0. Kept us shut out. Good win, boys. Good win. So, you can definitely see that Portland's got problems generating goals. If it's not coming from Diego Valeri, I guess it's not coming from anywhere. But there we go. That puts us up to 3rd place in the league. 1 point behind New England and New York. Philadelphia has dropped back. A little bit of a losing streak for them. They're stuck on 38 points. So they have dropped back. San Jose, meanwhile, has skyrocketed ahead of the rest of the league. They've only played 21 games, same as us, but they've got 45 points. So they're 5 points clear in the Supporters' Shield, 6 points clear in the Western Conference. So San Jose could be the team to beat this year. Let's get a team report on them. How about that? How about a team report? San Jose. Okay, so next up, what do we got? We got the U.S. Cup versus none other than San Jose. So that's going to be a little bit more difficult than we originally had thought. So we're going to come back for that game next time. Until then, see you later. Bye-bye.